Is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening all, I'm Shashina Roll. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news, we are entering the third month of the Atlantic hurricane season, and so far it has been uneventful. Nonetheless, there are mounting concerns as many believe that Grand Bahama may not be equipped to handle a major storm at this time. Tonight, the Minister for Grand Bahama is allaying those fears. He says the island has never been better prepared. Grand Bahama has seen its fair share of hurricanes. Who can forget the vicious storms of 2004, Jean and Francis, or Wilma that followed in 2005? These storms left many without power for months, businesses destroyed, and an economy shattered. As we are in the midst of the hurricane season, some residents are questioning the structural integrity of some of the buildings designated as hurricane shelters. Among the concerns, the gymnasiums attached to the two high schools in the Freeport area. There has also been some concern circulating as to whether or not there are enough emergency supplies on this island. Minister for Grand Bahama, Dr. Michael Darville, affirmed that the National Emergency Facility, which was donated by the United States government, is fully and adequately prepared in the event of an emergency.
It's under the local government authority, and we have a person assigned to the warehouse who's be responsible for training. I want to let the general public know that for the first time, as a result of this gift from the United States government, Grand Bahama is in an excellent position for hurricane awareness, protection, and equipped to bring relief at all centers, pre- and post-hurricane events.
He says Grand Bahamians need not worry, adding that the necessary equipment is also available on the island.
We are now working out the plans on how these would be distributed to the various centers. God forbid we do have an active hurricane season. So I'm pleased to say that everything that we need is available here on the island.
The Minister of Grand Bahama says while the hope is to have a quiet hurricane season, the reality is you should always be prepared in the event of an emergency. Well, the government moving ahead with its affordable housing agenda, and in a matter of weeks, construction will begin on more than 30 homes in the West Bahamian district. These houses are just the first in a program that seeks to address the growing demand for housing here on Grand Bahama Island. Natalia Hall has this story.
The Ministry of Housing making a positive move through its housing program on Grand Bahama. The National Insurance Board has provided the necessary funding to start the construction of the homes. The Minister of Housing, the Honorable Ken Dorset, announcing that a number of homes will be built in West Bahamia.
And over the last few years, BMC in particular has been given the mandate of vetting those lists, going through it, having regard to the economy of Grand Bahama, making sure that people who have applied are still interested, and for those who are still interested, what they actually qualify for. It's one of the reasons why you would have seen the recent mortgage fair take place here by BMC, because they knew that we were about to start our construction program here.
Minister Dorset says hundreds of Grand Bahamians has expressed interest in obtaining a home.
We're taking that information now to make a determination as to where we build and do it in the most cost-effective way. So the first order of business is to build on lots where we have current infrastructure. So in Bahamia West, we plat, I don't have to put in water, I don't have to put in lights, all of the infrastructure is there. I'm just building homes and providing keys for residents.
He notes that despite the state of the economy, it's a good move.
The Mortgage Corporation has confirmed through its chairman and deputy chairman that they have enough bodies to be able to qualify for mortgages for these homes. And certainly it provides a wonderful injection into the local economy by being able to create some jobs for contractors and skilled labor. So I think it is timely. I think it is the right thing to do. And as long as there is a demand for housing where people can qualify for the mortgages, we'll make every attempt to make inventory available for Bahamians.
Each house will be sold at a cost of just over $100,000. Minister Dorset notes that the entire 36 lots should be completed by the end of the year. Reporting for ZNS Network News, I'm Natalia Hall.
Meantime, the Ministry of Transport and Aviation issuing a statement confirming that all controllers who worked overtime at the Grand Bahama International Airport over the last 2 years have been credited with days off for time worked over and above regular work hours, and that no objection or complaint was raised in respect of this protocol. Now, this coming after concerns were raised by union officials. Aviation and Transport Ministry officials have invited the Air Traffic Controllers Union, along with the Department of Civil Aviation and the Department of Labor, to meet tomorrow to seek clarification and, where necessary, resolution of outstanding concerns as it relates to Grand Bahama, Exuma, and Eleuthera. In the interim, ministry officials say they expect that the union will not encourage any action which is not justified in law or in fact, and which might have an adverse impact on the traveling public or the economy of Grand Bahama. The statement notes that the ministry seeks to resolve all legitimate disputes in the interest of fairness and industrial harmony, and would urge the union's president to engage management stakeholders in an effort to arrive at amicable settlements of dispute without unnecessary confrontation. In other news, the Seagrape community in the West wrapping up its first homegoing celebration. The 3-day festival held over the weekend was organized to promote the culture of that indigenous community. Among the events was a neighborhood church service, and as Italia Hall tells us, it was a time of celebration and Thanksgiving.
The first Seagrape homecoming taking place in the 8 Mile Rock community over the weekend. The event was geared towards boosting the cultural and economic development of that community. 3 churches, 1 service, St. David's Methodist Church, Mount Calvary Baptist Church, and the Church of God of Prophecy came together for a community service on the Seagrape Park. Scores of residents turned out for the time of praise and worship. Pastor Paul Mullings of Mount Calvary Baptist Church reminded the congregation that the community must go back to the good old days and men must put God first and be leaders in the home.
No amount of religious piety or domestic bliss can quite take the place of honest work. And see, the sad part, a lot of us who say we are Christian men and don't want to work for support our family. The Bible says you're worse than an infidel. You're good for nothing. I can put it in Bahamian language. We cannot overestimate the value of work ethic. The idle man gambles with his family's happiness and his children's character. I never know growing up in Seagrape that there was children who weren't fed, who daddy didn't look after them.
Seagrape and Bernice Stubbs sang into the hearts of the crowd. The service concluded with a special love offering that was collected and donated to the Seagrape Association to assist in erecting a memorial wall in that community. Italia Hall, ZNS Network News.
Switching gears now, police in Grand Bahama are investigating a stabbing incident that has left a male in hospital. The incident reportedly occurred around 1 o'clock Sunday morning at a club on East Sunrise Highway. Now, we are told that the man was involved in an altercation with a group of males and was subsequently stabbed to the back. The victim was transported to the Rand Memorial Hospital via private vehicle, where he is detained in serious but stable condition. Police say a 17-year-old male was arrested and is assisting police with their investigations. Stay with us, the Bahamas Tonight. The Northern Edition will continue in just a moment.
Bringing news that matters to you. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition.
Welcome back. Residents learning more about backyard farming and the various techniques that can help to preserve the land for the production of fruits and vegetables. Host and coordinator of the Backyard Farming Seminar, Luckner Timothy, says that the event was organized to let Grand Bahamians know that they can make money through farming and they can also control spending.
Conference, because I think this conference is how to build a country. If we can curve the issues of food and how to grow and how to fertilize plants, people that start to understand the basic stuffs, we can basically start to grow a lot of our foods. And I think there's enough information out here that we can start somewhere. And I think this is the start. We can have the expos, and they're fantastic, but we need the talks. We need to have a really educational forum so we can actually teach the public to move forward.
Now, there were several presenters at the Backyard Farming Seminar, including Fred Geiger and Leon Cooper. They now expect more Bahamians to get involved in their own backyards.
Considering the fact that the Bahamas has a bad balance of trade when it comes to bringing food in, it is important for everyone to be able to grow healthy food in their own yard, especially the stuff that's extremely perishable.
It's a place where you can do so many things for yourself, for your community, and for your country. The question is, why shouldn't we? Today, I hope people at least get the bug, get some inspiration, and are prepared to just explore a little bit more, ask a few more questions, and also try a little something in their own backyards for themselves. There's always enough space to do something in your backyard.
A couple in the West helping youngsters to get a better appreciation of the country's culture. Coordinators Mervyn and Lolita Henfield say they were divinely inspired to start a camp. The goal is to revitalize Bahamian culture through arts and craft as well as woodwork.
Our goal for this camp is to bring out the gifts and talent that are in our children by using the resources that we have. And beyond that, this Let's Jam program is geared to introduction to computers, artistry, crochet, woodwork, and creating natural products from our natural resources that we have.
We've given them a taste of what we have encountered growing up and what that has done for them, that have given them more of appreciation of our culture and where we've come from. And what that did, that stipulated their mind and opened up a creative side for them to really feel that they can truly impact our Bahamian culture.
Now, youngsters participating in the camp say it was a great experience.
I learned to decorate items and to use things that are natural to the Bahamas.
I've learned that we can be so productive in our free time, that God is in everything. It allowed me to use my mind creatively, and I thank God for that.
And finally, in news, as religious tourism continues to strive in the country, a veteran in the gospel industry is about to take his music on the global scene. Joan Davis-Roll reports.
His affinity with the gospel recording industry and global icon, the late Dr. Miles Monroe, spans decades. But even after years of traveling the globe and traversing the islands of the Bahamas with the group called the Gospel Visionaires, Bahamian gospel recording artist Al Gibson continues to promote a sound that is still relevant today.
In '72, we started the Gospel Visionaires along with myself, Pastor Miles Monroe, Godfrey Neary, Leon Bowes, and a couple other people who work along with us during the time. But we're back from the Visionaires. We moved along with Satan Young people groups that Youth for the Truth back in Nassau, and we did a lot of traveling.
Gibson, now a resident of Exuma, says it is that sound that still remains in great demand here at home in the Bahamas and abroad.
When I leave from Freeport, I'll be going back to the United States, where I have a lot of tours already planned. And TBN Ministries had called for me, and so I'll be on TBN Ministries network and a lot of other stuff that is already booked to go ahead for 2015, 2016.
Gibson's gospel ministry is about to reach another pinnacle with the launch of a brand new album release entitled Soon. An event set for Saturday at the New Canaan Baptist Church will also honor men in our community that continue to positively impact this Northern Ireland.
The song itself has been written in '72 by myself and Pastor Miles Monroe, and we were always planning to release the CD, but we never had a chance to go in the studio and do it. And before he passed, he asked me to go inside and do what I need to do and release it because he was too busy to get in the studio.
Joan Davis Roll, ZNS Network News.
Stay with us. Ricardo Lightburn has a check on sports when we come back.
Everybody, and welcome to Sports and Ricardo Lightburn. Tonight, this one goes out to the Cooper's family of Maidetown. My brother, my friend Robert Cooper, actually simply led his Destroyers, Cooper's Destroyers, on Sunday to victory in the softball game at the GB Sports Complex. And then Sunday afternoon, he would leave us as he would pass. It is a tough time for all of us in the softball community, especially the folks up there in Maidetown. Bahama Summer Thunder College series was played at the St. George's Gymnasium. It was actually an opportunity for Kentucky Morehead State University to play our Grand Bahama All-Stars. Our Kimberly Mullings was courtside.
It's called the Summer of Thunder Series, and it's the reason for the Morehead State University women's basketball team visit to Grand Bahama. Greg Todd, head coach of the team, says traveling to the island has been an amazing experience.
To come out and get to play was fun, and I think being in the atmosphere here and being part of this first event's been really neat for our girls, and we're very appreciative of the hospitality.
Coach Todd says the girls were able to take away a lot by going head-to-head with the All-Stars.
Played a little different style, playing a little faster. We don't have all of our players here, missing a couple of our girls, but still we're pleased with where we are for the summer. We know we got a long way to go, but certainly I thought the home team here tonight was very spunky, played hard, right down to the wire.
Physically, the Morehead Beakers were in shape and had bigger bodies and dominated the court with only 8 players. But Coach Todd says the games were beneficial to his team. Shooter Natalie Greenwell says her teammates have been enjoying their time on the island.
The games here will help the practices that we had, and the camaraderie of being here and being together, I think, is a big plus for us.
It's amazing, of course. It's beautiful out here. We all love it. We're all having fun. And then we can play the sport that we all love, so it's a great time.
As for playing, the senior says it allows the team to build chemistry before the start of the regular season.
It allows us to see what everyone can do. It's really our first time meeting each other and just seeing how personally we can get along and on the court. So it's a great experience for us.
Morehead defeated the Grand Bahama All-Stars 98-54. Kimberly Mullings, ZNS Soul Sports.
This annual Grand Bahama Flag Football Tournament started on Saturday. The Grand Bahama Sports Complex. Now the tournament has been actually played over some 3 days, and the finals will be played later on tonight. In men's play, it's a men and ladies play as they're in pools. New Providence, Grand Bahama teams heated competition, says tournament director Vincent Marshall.
Over the last 2 days, every team has played 2 games. It's been interesting. We've had some teams that were not really thought of prior coming into the tournament, but they've actually shown that they have potential. And right now, everybody is really in a point where you have to win your next game, or you're going to be watching everybody else play.
Well, players, coaches all entered the tournament with one thing in mind, and that is to win it all and obtain the bragging rights. Well, let me tell you, for Shane Dean, as well as from the Sands Lynx, Jermaine Gibbs of the Container Port Piranhas and James Wagos of the Chancellor's Lions all know what their game plan is.
We're excited about coming. We're happy to be here, and it's been going well for us so far. We won all our games. We're getting ready to play the semifinals in a minute, so we're excited.
Girls, they screaming. They can't wait to get on the field right now, so we're going to have an exciting game. We like to turn out as early, more people to come. So we're really liking the energy right now.
Hopefully, we prepared and we're ready. And we could bring the championship home last year. We had a reigning Grand Bahama Flag Football August tournament champs. So hopefully we can bring the tournament home again.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
And we'll give you more on that tomorrow. Well, the Grand Bahama Baseball Association Senior League Championship is underway, and Game 1 was a slugfest. The Grand Bahama Port Authority regulators and the Tree Root Sharks on the diamond in Game 1. Leon Cooper Jr. getting tattooed in this one. Tree Road bats were simply on fire, and so was the Regulators' defense. The shot to the right side, but the second baseman had other plans. 4-3 for the out. Tree Road down in the ball game and came to life and made a ball game of it, and the Regulators now on pins. The Regulators and Nico Knowles in the batter's box and the base hit. Leon Cooper Jr. with his speed on the bases. He will score, and Knowles will get an extra base on the play. Larry Russell then stepped in. He found opening on the left side to score Nico Knowles. They are now in command of the ball game. But Tree Road was not about to cave in, and some big pop in their bats and a wake-up call for the Regulators. The next batter, you get the outs when they are given to you. That's the rule of baseball. Chalk this one too, an error. That's when the whole can of worms simply went to the right side. Here's a shot here. Tree Road Sharks showing they too also have got some speed, and they will actually score 2 runs on the play, and we've got ourselves a ball game. Nico Knowles in for Leon Cooper Jr., but the Regulators were able to hold on and take Game 1 11-8. Nico Knowles is 3 for 5 in Game 1. Game 2 is all systems go for Tuesday. And just a note here, Buddy Hield is coming home tomorrow. His camp is going to be on Wednesday. Jack Hayward Gym is free. Kids take full advantage of it and see Buddy as he puts on his camp. Let's look at your sports tonight.